if we had a mainstream media that was honest and told the truth, we wouldn't have
Mhm.
to do this because the
Mhm.
government would try some bullshit and the media would be like, no, fuck off. That's not right.
This
But we don't have that.
relationship is, like I said, this relationship is so abusive that if this was a marriage and we brought it into court, it would be a slam dunk. There
Yeah.
would be, the judge would just go, "You, sir, Mr. Government, sir, are fucked. I am taking everything and giving it to them. You are just, I am going to turbo fuck you in the goat ass now."
Well, that's pretty much what happens in family court anyway. You walk in with a penis, might as well hang a sign on that saying,
Right. And this,
"Hung
in
in
this
the ass."
particular case, the government has the penis.
Yes, they do.
So let's play this fine gentleman here, because Washington, D.C., everybody knows the troops are there. It's been 12 days since they've had a murder in Washington, D.C.
Really?
12 days since they've had a murder and no black men killed. That's
Wow.
kind of against it. But here, listen to this guy.
If Black Lives Matter, how come in the past 11 days since President Trump has federalized the DC Metro Police, no black individual has been unalived? I'm going to say that again. How come in the past 11 days, no black person has been unalived in DC since President Trump has taken over the DC Metro Police? There's a stat that says in the past 7 years in DC that black people are 112 times more likely to be unalived than white people. So if Black Lives Matter, the left, Democrats, progressives, how come you all are not celebrating that no black person has been unalived in the past 11 days in DC since Trump took over?
That's a good question.
That is because their entire narrative is gaslighting to beat down anybody who is opposed to them, anybody who is opposed to their Bolshevik agenda.
Drink.
You didn't think you were getting away with that, did you? You didn't really think you were going to get away with not hearing that tonight.
Yeah, I got you.
Anybody who is opposed to their agenda, they use this hammer to beat people down. And I mean, here's a black guy saying it. No black people have been killed. Why aren't any black people or leftists out there going, "Oh my God, this is fantastic. Black men are alive"? I personally think it's great. I'm not for people being unnecessarily deaded.
Yeah, and here's another thing: is when you look at the numbers, it's usually black on black crime that is responsible for most of those murders.
Yes, that is correct.
I mean, you just
you
go down.
can,
You
you
go down
can
the
istophobe
stats.
it all you like, but it is a fact.
Yeah, like blacks kill way more whites than whites kill blacks.
Yes,
That's just the way it goes.
yeah, yeah.
In fact, in my opinion, actually, if you look at the numbers, the Caucasian crime stats, they have to add the Hispanics to those just to make those non-rookie numbers.
They often also add people of Arabic descent.
Mm.
I helped an attorney in Birmingham, neighborhood in Detroit, win a case of unemployment discrimination. The opposing counsel was claiming the company didn't have any diversity hires, and they lumped anybody who wasn't specifically black or Asian into the group white. So I took the attorneys. It's my job to go through the case because the attorneys don't read all of the data that they get. That's what a paralegal does. I go through the case and I look at it and I start noticing names. And I started scheduling interviews with these employees, and we'll send somebody out and they get billed. Yes, the company gets billed for this shit because that's law. And we went down there, and sure enough, all these people, it was like Russians and Arabic and Hispanic, and they had dumped all of those names into the white pile.
Oh.
And I brought that back to the attorney. With each person, we gave them a 3 to 5 minute interview. Hi, what's your name? Hi, what's your ethnic background? How do you feel about, your ethnic identity? And we had all of these tapes of this and took it to the opposing counsel, and they settled like the next day. And that's what the government does. That's exactly what the government does. This company had learned that technique from the government in order to win this case for discrimination, because if they won the discrimination case, they were also going to get federal funds.
Okay.
Because equal rights or civil rights or one of those categories there.
There's money in it.
Yes.
Yeah. And here's another
Exactly
thing
correct. Yeah.
about the National Guard being deployed in D.C.
Yeah.
And Trump has threatened to take it to various other cities.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I believe that those other cities are so resistant because if that were to happen, it would shine a spotlight on how inept and incompetent they are.
Watch Grunt Speak live every Tuesday and Thursday at 8 p.m. Eastern. And if you want to join Pop for Supporter Sundays, go to redonkulous.com/donate and make a monthly pledge. A link is in the Meat Gazer box.